Welcome to Winston-Salem, North Carolina in Wake Forest Stadium. Sometimes it just seems the electricity is turned up for Saturday night college football on EA Sports. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Guys, I caught up with the Demon Deacons head coach before the game. He knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. And the Demon Deacons ready to kick it away first. Let's see what he can do with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles offense will have the football first. And here's Quintravion Wisener. He's coming off a 100-yard game and a couple of touchdowns in their last win. And fires complete. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down.
And nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be. It's just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
So difficult, because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that thing.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting a tackle for loss.
They feed him again. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It'll be third and long. Back to throw, it's Daniels. On the move, he fires. Finds a man on the left. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Noles send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. So Wake Forest offense takes the field for the first time in this game. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player, and
there's some room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
The play fake, Lopez. Now sliding to his left. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left and wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
They're dealing with a second and long. Going with the ground game left. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
The give to the tailback. Finding an escape route. Wide run to the right. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Wake Forest. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Motion from the wide receiver. Right back to the well. Picks his way ahead, pick up of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man, it's Daniels. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. And the Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Could be an alley. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
It's just not easy to bring this guy down, is it? He is so dangerous once he gets the ball in his hands, and it makes me think back to old great Seminole running backs like Warwick Dunn.
Breaks into the open. The 10. Touchdown Seminoles. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Extra point here will tie the game.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And right down the middle. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it's finished off with that thrilling 56-yarder for the score. The returner will field it and bring it back. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. Wake Forest ready to get things going as the offense is on the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
To the ground. He's got it again. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. As you watch how a season unfolds and you get off to a good start like these guys have in ACC play, that momentum can really be powerful.
Oh, 100%. The momentum, the confidence. Like, you go from starting the season and saying, we want to be great in these areas, and now you're starting to see it, starting to pile up some conference wins. Now, Jesse, getting to the middle of the season, and you got to continue to evolve, right, and be ready for some of these rivalries.
No doubt about it. And I think they also like the fact that they've got some guys stepping up and making plays consistently. It's one thing to do it off in non-conference play against weaker competition early in the year, but now that you're into the meat of your ACC schedule, they've got guys on both sides of the ball that they can count on week in, week out.
Working that left side now. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
You see it so much in college football where they motion a running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are, I'm going to take advantage. I love taking advantage.
Here's a little room there. Big pickup on the ground into plus territory, and they get him out of bounds at the 41. The Demon Deacons back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Wide receiver comes in motion. The play fake, Ghogh Lopez. He's got him in the flat. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
From the gun, third down, Ghogh Lopez. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Punt is on its way. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in the recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State Seminole.
Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And every offense has plays that they really hang their hat on. And back in 1970, it was the toss. The toss play used to be the thing. You don't see as much of this nowadays. It's early in the game. Maybe it's something you wanted to show. Or, listen, maybe defensively this is something you need to start focusing on.
How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Back to pass, it's Daniels. It's complete on the right side. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the...
Makes the grab in their space. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go, ready. Black 14, ready to go.
Looking for a crease to the left. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, a lot of people in Florida State really excited about Quintravion Wisner coming in over from Texas to fit into this offense. Obviously, a very disappointing year.
Maybe a crease. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And with that run, he goes over 100 yards. We knew coming into this game tonight, they wanted to force feed him the football. They knew to win the game, they were going to have to establish the running game and be the more physical team in the trenches. You turn around and give this guy the ball, good things generally happen, and we've seen that over the course of this game.
Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You could tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Setting up the screen. 5-yard gain on that play. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Great awareness that time by the safety. He's obviously spent a lot of time in the film room. The D-line was upfield. It looked like that one might be a big gainer on the running back screen, but did you see how fast the safety came screaming down? He saw that thing coming from a mile away. He's able to make a big-time stop.
Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. Snap to the back. Across the 10. And he'll be ridden out of bounds, but not before a good pickup on that one.
Man, I'm 4th and 2. I'm looking at my offensive line. I'm like, you got to give me just a little slither. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the first down, running physically downhill. That's all you want on those 4th and 2 situations.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Going for 6. Touchdown, no! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
On the move from inside his 5. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. The Demon Deacons offense makes its way out to start this drive. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score.
Blue 22.
On the ground, it's Wiggins. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Throwing, Lopez. Caught over the middle, it's Wiggins. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Wiggins. There he goes. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Lopez wants to fire. Gets it out fast. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. And he'll be brought down.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You could tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Hauls it in. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. And the Demon Deacons, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Running inside, it's Wiggins.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Hit as he throws. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. On the option. Now the pitch. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. The Demon Deacons getting set on 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Lopez fires to the right. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Using his legs, it's Wiggins. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
And the Demon Deacons pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Right back to the well. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their 1st. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Give to the running back. FSU calling its 2nd timeout. The Brain Trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up.
Nice job by the defense just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Hands it off. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. Florida State calls its 3rd and final timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. The Demon Deacons will try to move the sticks on 4th down. Maybe didn't have the defense they expected, and they'll call a timeout here on 4th and 1. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Checking in from the Seminole sideline, there is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Looking to pass. It's Daniels. Got a man. It's Robinson. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. You don't really want to lose track of anybody, but I would say, David, especially not him.
Yeah, when you know he's really good, that's a good decision. Hey, sometimes you double him. Well, and sometimes you run the old zero covers, like nobody covers it at all, and that's...
Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
It's complete to the left.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Makes the catch. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Wants to throw on 3rd. Here comes the heat. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
They're in makeable field goal range, but on 4th down with this deficit, they'll leave the offense on the field. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Caught. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Florida State. Got it right in the heart of the end zone.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they closed it going up top for the final few inches and the score. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the 1st half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific 2nd half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. Let's begin with the West Virginia Mountaineers taking on the number 8 team, the BYU Cougars. And it's the Mountaineers, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. 2 teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. And this group is finally able to get into the win column after starting 0-3. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Back now to your game in Winston-Salem. What an effective job both of these teams have done running the football. Both have gone over 100 yards, and it's because both have committed to pounding the rock. Credit these coordinators with sticking to the game plan. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at a Legacy Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. What do they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
The Wake Forest head coach told me coming out of the locker room, they are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid.
Going deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
I love the defensive mentality coming out here early in the third quarter. They've got the lead. They know the offense is going to be aggressive and start taking shots. A really nice play call that time, and an even better job in the back end in the secondary being ready for it. It just feels...
There's a crease. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Well, the defense knew they had a huge challenge coming into this one. This running back, one of the top 10 in the nation right now in rushing yards, they're going to have to load the box defensively, and they're going to have to get a lot of hats to the football because he is not easy to bring down.
Makes the grab on the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Some QBs see it right off the jump, believe what they see, and they go in and they go for it regardless. And I think right there, he knew where he wanted to go with the football, and he missed. But it looked like to me he was forcing it a little bit too much.
Lopez from the gun on third down. Pocket breaking down. Touchdown, Demon Deacons. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to get the 2-point conversion here and make it a 3-point game.
Football oftentimes gets won by the teams who play the best on the critical down and distances. What an amazing play by that quarterback on third down. Able to put his team on his back, use his legs to extend and buy time, and then go score. Awesome job.
So given where the line of scrimmage was on that last play, the pass interference penalty in the end zone will put the ball at the 2. They're going to go ahead and go for 2 here and try to make it a field goal game. Pushes toward the goal line.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Singleton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. This could have the earmarks of a wasted drive if they don't come up with something on second down from the 13. Pulls it and fires to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. So third and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. To throw, it's Daniels. And they can't make the connection on third down. And the Seminoles will line up to punt it away.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
And here comes the offense on second down. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Picks up the first down. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. They go play action with Lopez. Byers on the move. On target to the left. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, David Deeks. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Up by one, they'll try to get the deuce and make it a field goal edge. Here's Lopez to throw. And this will be caught as they convert the two. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they light up the scoreboard, covering 65 yards on that touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Handoff from the gun. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll run it to the right. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Right on the money. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Seminoles line up to punt it away. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. On the run, it's Daniels. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Oh, he's got some space. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. He wants to change this route. Back to the ground game on the left. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Gio Lopez to throw. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them. Successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
On the move, it's Clark. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So we open the final period with a third down play. They'll go right back to him. He'll be stopped just a little short of that 15-yard line, and now they're looking at 4th and short. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's good! They've stretched out the lead, and now they can't catch him with a field goal.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Florida State comes out ready to put something. They've got a first down here. Want to start us bend in this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Shoots it to the left. He makes a catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Seminoles in the hurry up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Another broken tackle. He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves him with second and short. They'll go right back to him. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jason, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards and good things are happening.
They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
Well, it's a great individual effort by him, but boy, oh boy, it came at a cost. He was able to go out and get some positive yards and make something happen for his offense, but did you see the hit he just took? I don't know if he can take too many more of those.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They're working that left side. Touchdown, Florida State! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And they did need that extra point to take the lead, and now they have it here in the fourth. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Gonna run it. It's Daniels. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Throwing, Lopez. Gonna let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback. On 3rd down, really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Oh, it's off the side of his foot. That is not helpful at all as the ball goes out of bounds right around the 35-yard line. And what great field position to start. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The handoff keep working on that clock. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
That is such a nice example of the defense reading and reacting and locating the football on the sweep play. They weren't fooled at all. They knew they were trying to go to the outside. They got leverage, corralled the back, got him down behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over 100 on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Wake Forest ready to get things going as the offense is on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. This is the biggest drive of the game, but the offense has to stay cool. No reason to panic. Then again, panicking is never a good idea, is it? Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Right back to him on the ground. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Lopez. The quick out. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Demon Deacons come to the line with a new set of downs. Sends it back in motion. Lopez to pass. Throws to the tight end. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And I like it. Very smart defense, understanding the clock, understanding they're going to try to push the ball down the field. Great job playing deep, breaking on the football, making sure that receiver doesn't catch it. Smart IQ defense.
Quick release by the QB. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Here's Lopez to throw. Fires to the wideout. Working on the right. Across the 25, he's got room. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. Precision execution there to work the sidelines, pick up the first down, and stop the clock.
Yeah, great job by the offense. You got to understand the situation. The clock is the enemy late in the ball game. Got to have a score, like you said, Reese. Work the outer part of the field so I can catch the football and get out of bounds.
And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Touchdown, wait! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Showing off the arms. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
I just love the awareness there, understanding where he is. He didn't get the first down, but he gets out of bounds. He knows he has a timeout in his back pocket, so he's still putting his offense in position here to drive the field, score, and win this game.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. To the air, it's Daniels. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This really has been a master class by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away.
Going for the big play. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
And this is a big third down for this offense, man. I'm really interested to see how they attack. Because this defense, you can tell, man, they're going to continue to play aggressive. Late in the football game, they want to get a stop, get the ball back to their offense. A good chess match going on right now.
Firing to the right, complete. Continues to fight for yards. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. FSU calling its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Wants to throw on first down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Looking to pass, and they don't have a lot of time to work with. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. And this to tie things up in the final minute. And he got it! They've tied the game in the final seconds.
What a kick for that young man right there. And you just see the way it energized and galvanized his entire sideline. They've tied it up late. This thing's going to OT, and they look like they are ready to rock.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the lone running back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Using his legs, it's Daniels. Across the 45. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Four quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Making side adjustments here. Lopez, play action. Looking for space to the left. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
That's a good example of a good pass rush affecting the quarterback's rhythm. He wasn't able to just take his steps and throw with his feet underneath him on balance. He was forced to move, forced to escape the pocket, and right away everything fell apart with the accuracy and obviously not on the same page with his wife.
Got a little grass, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Man, you play the whole game. Now it's coming down to, what, a couple of plays. It's in overtime. You're starting to move the ball closer to the opponent's end zone. Got to make a play. Got to protect the football. What's your go-to play after watching this whole game develop?
Going to the run, it's Clark. They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the first down marker.
Man, the offense did not get enough. They got to understand the sticks. Maybe he should have thrown that on the RPO, right? It's tough. You got to read that really, really quickly. Now brings up a 4th down decision time for this offense.
Does the drama get any thicker? The offense comes to the line on 4th down. If he runs this back, this game's over. Bringing it back. The 40. He's at the 30. The 10. He got it in. A walk-off touchdown in overtime. This is one of the best games we've called this season. A